Boom! There it is, ladies and gents. I was waiting for that to drop. All right, here we go. We got a show for you today. Just me, solo hour, because sometimes when you put your email in, it gets rejected, and I don't notice until the day of our event. But anyways, here we go. Let's get this one on the road. Let's do this.
Shut up and sit down.
Is your business in need of customers? Then you found the right show. Hernan Cias is the business bro, and he makes getting customers fun and easy. Watch, listen, and learn as each episode is designed to sell. Welcome to another episode of
Business Bros. All right. Hopefully the other bro gets to hop on today. I don't know. We'll see. I sent him a text message since I can't hit him up on social. All right. So what happened? What happened with this guy? Okay. So let's talk about the morning. I get a message from James, ironically enough, saying that he got locked out and he can't get into his Facebook or he needs some sort of code or something. And I was like, that's a little strange. Why is he trying to send it to me in Messenger? So, I sent him a text message. He's like, yeah, dude, I got hacked. He couldn't get into his Instagram. He couldn't get into his Facebook. He goes into the settings to see, to do a password recovery, and they changed the email address that he uses. So like horribly hacked. Like I've gotten it where they change your password around and then, a quick little change my password and you're set. But for him, like they changed his entire email address. So I don't know how he's going to do this. Fortunately, there's a lot of you who hit me up. And unfortunately, the reason why you hit me up is because you're like, hey, I think your brother got hacked, which means you got spammed by somebody on James's behalf, which I'm sorry for because I know what that's like. On the other hand, maybe some of you had a little fun with it. So I had some cool experiences today. So a lot of people hit me up and thank you for reaching out to me. Jackie, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm excited for your house getting its remodel done. Who else hit me up? Eric Ty hit me up. I love what he did. That one was funny. So I'll tell you what he did. He sent me the message. He screenshotted, showed me that this person was trying to connect with him, and he said it was James. And I was like, nah, that's not James. Like, he got hacked, right? I put up this picture on our social media feed, by the way. James got hacked. And I've been using that image every time somebody would send it to me. And he goes, oh, okay, cool. I was just making sure. He's like, what do you want me to say? I'm like, give them hell, man. Give them hell. He's like, oh, okay. So basically go fuck themselves. All right, cool. So he literally went on there and he told that guy, whoever was the hacker, that literally that, hey, man, I talked to your brother. Your brother said, go fuck yourself. I was like, yes, dude, give him hell. Mr. Francisco Pancho Lopez was also another one. He loves to have a good time, and some of these hackers, you just got to keep them on the line for a while. I got a story like that, and I'll tell it after Francisco's story. So I'm sitting there, and Francisco sends me screenshots, and he knows that this guy's a hacker because James wouldn't send it to him. I mean, obviously, a lot of these times they are, and if you're questioning, I'm glad you reached out. But most of the time, your safe bet is to just kind of ignore those types of things or notify the person if you can. So Francisco starts messing with him, and he starts having this conversation. If you guys know Francisco's content, I mean, Francisco Pancho Lopez, look him up, the greatest salesman in the world. He always has some funny content on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever it is. And he's just literally going back and forth with this person, making them feel like they're close, like they got a fish on the hook and they're just trying to reel him in. And then he sends it to me and dude, another great laugh, right? I've done that with people who call from the IRS. So my background is in taxes and accounting. Had a tax practice since 2006. The IRS is not going to call you over the phone, ladies and gentlemen. That just doesn't happen. They don't pick up the phone and call you. So when I get these phone calls every once in a while, and it's a scam, and first of all, it's an IRS agent, and they don't sound like they live in the U.S., chances are you're already red flag number one. So this hacker calls me up and he's like, hey, we got your information that you owe so much in taxes. If you don't pay up, then we're going to send police officers to your home, like all that sort of stuff, right? So you just mess with them for a little while. I don't know about you guys, but I like picking on people who are already trying to scam me, right? But at the same time, I get that other side of it, right? On the one hand, I want to just kind of string them along a little bit, get their hopes up, and then, spit in their face. But on the flip side, you got to think of the other side of it, right? How much time are you spending now? Are you wasting on this person who's scamming you? Right? I love the feeling of picking on them back. I do. I feel like it's a little bit of karma coming their way. At least some of their time is being consumed. But you got to also think of it from the other side, right? And the other side of that is your attention is the most valuable thing that you have to offer. That's why your attention goes to wherever it is that you are most focused on. That's the thing in your priority list. It just is. So if this scam artist comes along and now you're toying with them because it makes you feel a little bit better, I mean, that's precious time you lost, right? And I feel like on the one hand, it feels really good to mess with them, but on the other hand, like I kind of let them win. They didn't get the full thing on me, right? I knew it was a scam. They didn't grab me and send me a link and I didn't click on it. And maybe they didn't win the big settlement or the big hack that they wanted on you, but they stole a little bit of your time. All right, so kind of a double edge there. That's what ended up happening today. I don't think James has still fixed it yet. I haven't heard back from him on a text message as well. So next thing, I think I'm going to have to send out a smoke signal, see if he's out there, and then probably stop by his place and probably hear the whole entire scoop. But yeah, dude, it sucks. I mean, I've had people hack my stuff before. It's horrible. I mean, imagine when he finally gets his profile back, right? And now he has to go back and there's people DMing him, or there's these weird people on these profiles, people that he starts seeing things on his feed he's never seen before. Like, that's got to be a weird conversation afterwards too. And I'm like terrified of getting hacked now, because now I'm going to send out a lot of DMs, a lot more than I did in the past. And that would be horrible or weird. Like it's tarnishing to our reputation, right? Like it sucks if you get hacked. So a couple things that you can do to avoid that if at all possible, right? The number one thing that I looked up was change your password often. Use a more encrypted password other than, little fun stuff like, password 123 or something like that. Reminds me of Spaceballs, right? He's like, what's the combination on the lock? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's like, oh, man, remind me to change the combination on my luggage. And he's like, well, only an idiot would have a combination like that, right? Well, you know what? People do it all the time. I know when I set up dummy passwords for people, I set it up and I don't know if they actually change it sometimes, right? Or maybe you send them a forget your password link and they have to change it. But oftentimes, most of our stuff doesn't remind us to change the password every 6 months. So we don't. Plus, we start getting a little creative with the passwords. Like maybe you change the number, or maybe you change the word, or maybe you change like an icon or something to keep the same type of password, but kind of change it because you can't figure it out, right? But changing your password is one of those safety things that you can do on a regular basis so that it wipes people out. There's also settings in Google, as well as some of your other social platforms. I know Spotify even is one of them, where you can go in and change your password and then give authorization to sign off all other platforms or all other machines out there. So anywhere where you might have signed in, maybe just a little bit, maybe you forgot, or maybe you synced up your Chrome tabs to some other computer and maybe somebody picked that, whatever it is. When you change your passwords often and when you automatically sign off all other locations or all other machines, whatever, then you're giving yourself an opportunity where people who might have hacked you and you didn't even know, now they don't have that ability. It happened to me on Spotify as well. That one was irritating as well. So somebody hacked my Spotify and I would be playing my music or whatever I was listening to, podcasts or anything, and then all of a sudden it would change. And it would change to like some alternative in another language. I didn't even know what was going on. And I was like, what the heck? And I would change it back. And then a few minutes, it would change back. And that's because the person had hacked my Spotify. They were using it at the same time I was using it. And every time he changed or she changed, whatever it was, then all of a sudden it would change my stuff. And that was a little debacle. I had to go and change my password. And for some reason, it was still working. And I had to realize that I had to sign off all other devices, right? I had to sign off all other devices. I ended up going to my Chrome tab, signing off from all other devices, which kind of sucked because let's face it, there's a lot of us who kind of, we share passwords for things like, Netflix and HBO. I mean, I know you guys out there, we all do it, right? I mean, that's literally how we do it in my family. I pay for my Spotify and the wife has it and the kids have it, right? Netflix, my parents have use it. I mean, it is what it is, right? So you're going to get the call from people when you sign off all other devices. You're going to get the call from people like, hey, you changed your password. And like, yeah, here's the password, blah, blah. But do it often. Do it at least every 6 months. If you do it every 6 months, you're limiting the ability that you can and will get hacked. Right. Another thing is, double, what is that called? The third-party verification, I think it's called, whatever. Anyways, it's the point is when you put your password in, all of a sudden it'll say, hey, we're going to send you a text message for a confirmation code, right? That second, I know it's a pain in the butt sometimes, but that second verification, that makes a huge difference because you're only authorizing people who you've given this authorization code. And if you get an authorization code, right, and nobody that you know is asking you for it ahead of time, then you know to deny those things. There's another setting on my Gmail as well, so that if anybody signs on any other computer, any other device at all, it's going to notify me on my phone or in my Gmail to give them permission to go on the platform. Is this you type thing, right? So the text message thing, that thing totally helps. That's that second step of verification to make sure that you are who you say you are. And I feel like things are actually going to change even more to the whole visual thing, facial recognition, because I'm going to give you another option that you can do for your own security so your stuff doesn't get hacked. So number one, change your password at least every 6 months to a year. I know I'm guilty. I don't always do the same thing, but you should. Make sure that you clear those devices, sign off from all devices at least once every 6 months, not at least once a year, so that you know that all of the devices have a new password and people who you actually allow to use your stuff are going to contact you for passwords and verification codes. And that's the third one, right? Is use that two-factor verification. It'll give you that extra boost of security. Now, if you're like me, you start having all kinds of other subscriptions out there, right? I have my Facebook and I have my Gmail and I have my Apple ID and I have my, everything just starts piling up with so many different passwords. And you're always worried about getting hacked. So you have like different varieties of passwords. But some of these places where you sign on, if you put the wrong password too many times, they're going to lock you out. It's a pain in the butt. How do you remember all this stuff, right? How do you remember it? So another little hack that I like is there's different companies that do that. The one that I use is 1Password, right? 1Password.com. You can check it out. It is a subscription-based service, but it'll allow you to create what they call vaults, right? And so you can create vaults and give people access to what's in that vault. And so when they have access to what's in that vault, if you give them certain access, then that 1Password, like it's part of your browser, it's part of your computer. When they click, instead of having a drop down like a save password that Google does it'll drop down, it'll be a 1Password. And only people who have that 1Password can go in. And here's the awesome thing about it. You don't got to remember your password anymore. You got to remember 1Password. And that 1Password is the one that gets you into the service provided by the company called 1Password. But once it's in there, you can auto-generate passwords. So it'll be like those weird long passwords that are like, 12, 15, 16 characters, and they have like decimal points and hashtags and capital letters and numbers, but they don't actually say anything, but they're really good passwords, like combinations. That's what 1Password creates for these other sites. So that way you don't even remember what your password is. You have to have your 1Password to sign on, right? But you're only remembering that one thing. And it provides you with a phone app. You can do it on your browsers. You can do it on all those different things. So, I mean, that's really what it's about. Like getting yourself squared away security-wise so you don't get hacked, the preemptive stuff. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm paranoid. I know that if my stuff gets hacked, I should say when my stuff gets hacked, right? Because when is a big deal. That's going to be a huge difference. And then I got people like this guy. And I don't know what to say about this, right? Like Izini, Augustina, Victor. Okay, so if you're legit, man, then thank you for the information. But if you're not, this is one of those things that really, in my mind, when I see stuff like this, I question it. This is a red flag. This is literally a comment, right? And hopefully he's telling us some good stuff and this is legit, right? This is somebody who can actually help out. But for me, when this type of contact information, it throws me off. Why do you want me to go to WhatsApp if I'm on Facebook? Right? And like, again, Victor, if you're coming from a good place, thank you very much. But stuff like that. That's a warning to me. And it's funny that it comes out live like this because we get these all the time. Our ratings, for example, right? If you were to go to our Google review page or our Facebook page, there's people who've given us reviews, right? And the reviews aren't even 5 stars. They could be 4 stars or 3 stars or whatever it is. But you know what it says in the review? It says stuff like, hey, you should buy Bitcoin on this website. Contact this person. Here's the WhatsApp number. It's not even a legit review. Like, if you were going to give me not a legit review, the least you could have done was giving me, a not legit review with 5 stars, bro. Like, at least, right? But no, that doesn't happen. The scammers are there, dude. They're in every little section that you can possibly think of. And right now during tax season, there's even a lot more scammers out there. And think about this. Our grandparents, my grandma would have no clue how to fend off some of these stuff. Very trustworthy of people who use, big words and have a, pretend plastic badge. Much more trusting. Not really into our technology age. So that stuff, they get hacked all the time. What up, Ham?
Getting hacked. This is the worst. It's a hack.
Dude.
It's a hack. Oh, goodness.
Okay, so let me catch you up. And it'll
Catch me up on my
So-
hacking experience.
Okay, so I mentioned the hacking experience, and then I started to mention a few ways that you can prevent hacking, right? Things like, number 1, change your password at least every 6 months to a year. But while you're doing that, sign out of all devices, right? Sign out of all devices on Google, sign out of all devices on Spotify, sign out of all devices on your Netflix, and then only the people who you actually want to give access to, they're going to contact you and ask you for new passwords, or going to contact you and ask you for whatever. Right. So that was number 1. Number 2 was change your password. I think I went with the 2-factor verification so that you're hooked up with the text message stuff. Right. And then we went into number 3, which was use a system like 1Password to kind of lock in your 1Password, but use some a program that auto generates random ones so that you don't get hacked. So I was going to ask you, dude, how do you think it happened? You have a clue?
I know exactly how it happened.
Yes, I see. I figured you would. Oh, and then right when I was explaining that stuff, we got this comment, and I said this, dude. I was like, if Victor here was legit about really helping, then thank you very much. But when I get a comment like this that says, hit me up on my WhatsApp, here's my number, that's a red flag for me.
Totally a red flag.
Like that's a little weird for me. So, anyways, scammers are out there.
I'm on my phone right now, still trying to get back into my account because, like, I have to. Instagram makes it so that I, like, if I'm trying to log in, they'll send me through like this verification thing, and like I have to scan my face on my phone, and then like they'll maybe let me into my account. And so like I'm over here trying to figure out how to possibly maybe get back into my account still. And it's just it's a mess, dude.
What a pain, dude. All right, how did it happen, dude? How did it happen?
So they got me. They tricked me. The dude. The person sent me a message from our cousin's account, from Michael's account. And he said, hey, I got myself locked out of my account, and in order to get back in, you're like one of my close friends are going to send you a code. I'm like, all right, whatever. I like look at the account. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Michael. That's for sure Michael. So
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Whatever. So they send me a code, and sure enough, they tricked me, and it was a code to get into my account. And so they hang on, I'm trying to still get in here.
Verified you. They verified you, dude.
Totally did.
So that's how they were able to. Okay, so while you're doing that, because I know how annoying it is when the opportunity shows up, you got to take advantage of it. It's like when the phone rings from the DMV, you answer it right then and there, no matter what's happening. All right, so dude, you literally got phished by the same message that's been going out to other people.
Yep.
So they hit up like a ton of your friends list, And it
Yep.
was cool because the cool side was I got to talk to a lot of people that we haven't talked to in a while. At least a little hello and a thank you for sending that to me. But at the same time, dude, that you showed me that they went in and changed the email profile.
They did, and I'm in there finally now, and I'm like, oh, I can get in, I can change my information, let me remove this stupid ugly phone number, and let me put my phone number in there, and
just like that.
This is literally happening right now because I haven't been able to do this.
That's cool though. You're gonna be back.
Jeez, at least on one account, maybe. Last time I did this, they freaking I changed it, and then they immediately jumped in and changed it back, within minutes.
What's up, Joe? Joe, you ever been hacked on Facebook? That would suck, man. That would suck. Dude, the most annoying part would be if they sent out things that restricted your profile, and then right when you got back on, they restricted you. That would really suck.
That's fine, but
at least it's yours.
At least it's mine.
Dude, what a pain in the butt. What a pain in the butt.
Security, two-factor authentication. Let me turn this on. Text message. Yep, I'm doing all these things that you're talking about right now because this sucked, man.
Heck yeah.
I've been hacked to the end of the world. It feels like it. No bullshit.
And they hit up all your friends list, dude. Somebody's gonna be a sucker just like you were, right? Somebody's gonna make it happen, dude. Somebody's gonna click on it. So please, and I'm sorry, and thank you for always sending us the information. That was really it was cool to connect with you guys, and really grateful that you warned us that it was happening. I was able to alert James pretty quick. He knew it happened right when it happened, I'm sure.
I did.
Yeah, you're like, no,
it was one of those things. It was one of those things where I sent out the code, and then I'm just sitting there scrolling on Facebook, and all of a sudden it locks me out, and I'm like,
damn it. I know what happened.
Damn it. Yep. I knew it right away. And then so here's the worst part, right? You're talking about this message right here, this caca pipi mierda right here.
Yeah.
Right? Where what it is it's a bot. And the bot just searches for people who use keywords hacked, right? Or whatever. And they find those words and they just start spamming everybody that is if you were to look this person up, they probably have no mutual friends, right? And here's message for Bren 4X, right? So me kind of being in this situation, I actually messaged the stupid person on Instagram, and I was like,
got hit twice.
I almost got it twice. They're hackers too.
These hackers are evil, dude.
They are, man.
You, man.
I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, this isn't that bad. They're like $85. I was like, yeah, sure, this isn't that bad. And then I'm like, wait a minute, who even is this person? Who referred this to me? And I look at the person who referred it to me, and it's nobody I know. And I'm like, God damn it! Fuck you, hackers!
Number 2, you almost got me again. Shake harder, boy.
Yeah, so frustrating, dude. So frustrating.
Joe's like, man, I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain.
Can't believe it.
And the most frustrating part now that I've heard your side of the story, it's and you did it to yourself. That's the worst part. There's nobody else to blame. We can definitely send bad karma over to these guys. That is wrong. Don't do that, dude. There's 2 ways to make yourself successful. You can make yourself successful by building yourself up or tearing other people down. Don't tear other people down. I know it's coming back, dude. Karma's a bitch. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna slam you in the face when you least expect it, dude. It just does. It does. The universe is a weird place like that, dude. Hackers don't experience karma. Hackers don't experience karma. Karma, that is a feeling. What did he say? What did he say in
Something
Matrix?
like that, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Karma is like love. It is a feeling. Yeah.
It's not real.
So, for those of you who got all those messages from me, all those spam messages from me, I'm sorry. Sorry that, I was a dummy and I fell for this stupid jerk. Almost got me twice. And What a day. What a day. I think
But
I
you
might have.
live on.
I think I might have got control of my Instagram back. Maybe. I think.
It's something, dude. It's something. And we call these days, by the way, Ham.
Thursday.
Do you know what today is? So happy it's Thursday.
Today is so happy it's Thursday. I'll tell you what. Today is so happy it's Thursday.
Dude. You gone through it, dude. You gone through it today. You gone through so happy it's Thursday. It never even ends. By the way, did you see the graphic I made for it today? What'd you think? James got hacked.
Oh, is that because I thought I was like, yeah, like
you were,
no.
yeah, but I had to use it as a instead of yeah. But dude, I used it so much today because I honestly, dude, a lot of people hit us up and they were like, "Hey, I think your brother got hacked," and I just would send that. I'm like, "Yep, James got hacked. Damn it, What is wrong with this guy?" And now you did. Now I know, dude. Now you're not gonna live it down. I'm gonna pick on you. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, James, I'm gonna send you a code."
Thanks, appreciate it.
Oh man, what are big brothers for, dude? If we can't pick on our little brothers every once in a while.
Oh, this is such a mess.
All right, dude. Hey, man, thanks for coming on and sharing the story. I honestly, I feel your pain. I know I'm laughing at you, but that's my role. That's my lot in life. I got your back, dude. I got your back. Whatever you need.
I'm just scrolling right now, just looking through all these messages. Like, I'm pretty sure they sent it to like everybody on my friends list.
You're
like,
gonna spend all night going, I'm sorry.
Basically, yep.
Sorry for having wasted your time. I'm sorry. All right, ladies and gents, look, change your password often. You can sign off of all devices. A lot of your apps, a lot of your programs allow you to sign off from all your devices. Use a third-party software like 1Password to allow you to create really nicely encrypted passwords. And you can still give access to certain people in your vaults and stuff like that. That's the things that I use to help. And oh yeah, make sure you do your two-step verification. Those text message codes really, really help. And by the way, if somebody is going to hit you up, the best thing you can do is hit them up in a different platform. So if somebody sends you a DM, right, on Instagram and says, "Hey, I need to reset my stuff," text them or find them on Snapchat or send them something on TikTok, right? Something on a different platform to verify that this person is actually saying who they say they are, right? Don't do that. And also don't load money on gift cards and then send them the codes. Like, that's another one. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, ladies and gents, I know don't do that. Don't do that. Getting hacked sucks, but it's part of life. Learning lesson. And for those of you hackers out there,
fuck off and die.
Napoli.
Thanks for watching The Business Bros. If you're ready to get more clients and want to work with The Business Bro, visit our website, www.businessbros.biz, and click on the Need More Customers button, or learn how to generate more referrals with our video testimonial packages. Go to www.businessbros.biz and